All right, guys, welcome back. Due to the feedback I got from my DV1 series, I decided to do a revamp of that series. Um, it looks like, oh, first of all, thank you for the feedback. It looks like there was a lot of confusion with me jumping in the scripts and jumping back, so I decided to do also a DV2 series, which will be exactly the same as DV1, but less confusing information. So I'll start again with my initial deployment, which, like I mentioned before, I always like to do it from the portal. And first thing I do when I want to deploy is set a resource group that I'm going to put all my deployment in. So this will be DV. Let's make it 2. And once that resource group is created, I go into that resource group. The first thing I like to do is add a storage. And I'm going to go ahead and give it a name. DV doesn't like capital letters. And I'm going to leave it as standard, and I'm going to make it local just to save money. Then I'm going to go ahead and hit create. Once that's creating, I'm still in the resource group. I'm going to create a virtual network. Oops, sorry, wrong one. And also DV IDEO VNet 2. And I'm just going to leave everything the same except the subnet because I want to get to specify subnet. Let's say this is subnet 1. Leave everything the way it is. Since it was created within the resource group, it puts everything in line with the resource group. Great. And then I go back to my resource group and wait for everything to be created. Perfect. So now that I have my resource group, storage account, and virtual network all created, I can go ahead and set up my first deployment. Okay, for this video, what I'm going to use my first deployment to do is just to make an image. So I'm just going to call this and I'm going to use a regular hard drive. Deployment name, I'm going to say DV2 admin. And my password. And since it was created within the resource group, it gives me all these ones in line. So all I need to do is hit on OK. All right. For the size, let me see what I have left. And I have 24. Okay. Um, for the size, I'm gonna go since because my phones are a little bit low on my developer account. I'm just gonna try to use the most basic size I can get. I think it's a basic A0, but let's see what we get here. Well, let's see what the Spectre. Too low. Okay. So the A0 is a little bit too small. The basic A0. So I'm just gonna go with the basic A1. Okay. For the storage account, I'm gonna make sure I select the one we created initially. The VNet, it's already on that one, and it's on the subnet 1. Okay, the public IP address, I'm going to leave as default. Now, the network security group, what I like to do is, because I don't want to create numerous network security group, because this is a Windows server, basically all it has is RDP, and I'm going to use it for all the other Windows server that are not running any special, doesn't need any special access. So what I normally do here is I come and change this one to Windows Server, oops, default. And I say OK. So that means that way I can use it for all the other servers that are not running, that do not need any special um, access. All right, I'm going to enable boot diagnostics, and for the diagnostics, I am going to say use the same storage account. I'm going to say OK to that. It gives me my little summary and validation passed, and I hit on OK. And then it will start my deployment. Let's give it a few minutes. Okay. And so we're going to give this a few minutes for it to complete, and we'll be back. All right, so it looks like my VM just got created. So let's go ahead and log into it. It's chugging along here. All right, and I am in. So that's how I do my initial deployment. Next step is I would install all my favorite apps into this machine, and then create an Azure a custom Azure image of this machine so I can use it for redeployment. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.